What's going on, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Before I start rambling on, I just want to give a big shout out to deAutoLED, just to the mere fact that I'm replacing some LEDs. I hit them up. I told them one of the dome lights went out, and sure enough, they sent me a whole kit for this Mark 6 Golf. So that was very unexpected. So for the price of $19.99 for the two bulbs that I tried to order, they sent all the replacement bulbs, and the other plus is that they bumped it up from stage 1 to a stage 3. So again, thank you very much, guys. But again, just like any other video, I'm going to show you what tools are required to tackle this installation. I'm going to show you what comes in the box that deAutoLED sent me. And then last but not least, I'm going to show you from start to finish on how to replace each individual bulb inside this vehicle. So with that being said, let's get to it. Okay, tools required for this installation. It's probably not going to be nothing more than this one right here. I do have other ones in various sizes, different angles, skinnier, thicker, so on and so forth. Again, this is something nifty to have. As you can see, I got two different styles and two different name brands. Name brand really doesn't matter at the end of the day because they all do the same job. This one is a little bit more flexible as far as the plastic goes. This one is a little bit harder. So you can go out there to your local auto parts store and buy these. I think they're maybe like $10 or something, give or take. The last set that I bought was this one right here from Amazon. I have not used them yet. I might just actually use them today just to see how they work. But usually, just like I said, this one right here will get the job done. But again, these are the tools/tool that is required for this installation. Okay, so this is it right here. This is the box that it came in. I'm not gonna turn it around because I still got the address on the bottom of that. Don't really need to know where I live at. Next thing, when I pulled them out, this is the way they came. One thing I do like about it, they do label these and let you know exactly where they go. So it's not like some of these other manufacturers, like I already covered in the video on how to install LEDs in a Atlas, where you got to play the guessing game. It lets you know right here. So I'm gonna have 6 dome LEDs, and then I'm gonna have 1 trunk LED, and that's all we're gonna be installing today in the Mark 6. So the first one I'm gonna work on is the trunk LED light. We're gonna kind of talk about it a little bit because as soon as I unplug this, it's gonna get really dark back here. So first, on your housing, look where there's a little notch. All right, so wherever the little notch is at, mine is on this side. I'm gonna take the pry tool and push it in there because that's gonna release the tab for the actual housing to come out. Once it comes out, you're gonna take the harness and you're gonna unplug it. You may or may still not see that because like I said, once I unplug that, it's gonna get really dark back here. Once I take this out, it's gonna go back to my work table, and I'm gonna show you how to properly take the old one out and put that new LED in there. So real quick, right here is the harness. There's 2 little tabs. All you're gonna do is you're gonna push them inboard, and then the harness will come out. Okay, so here is the trunk light with the housing. To take the old one out, there's these little prongs right here. Let me see if I can show you a little bit better. Right here, these little guys on both sides. All you're gonna have to do is just kind of push it in, and then the bulb should pop out. Just like that. So that's the old one. I'm gonna put that to the side, and then I'm gonna take the new one and put that one in there. Now, just keep in mind though, if you look where or how the LEDs are facing, they're gonna have to face down just like such, because if you put it the other way, it'll work, but then it's gonna shine up and defeat the purpose of it. So the same way you took this one out, reverse order of putting this one in. And there you go. That's what it looks like finished once you install it. Now, I'm not going to show you this, but to put that in, the same way you were taking the actual housing out, you're going to plug it back, plug the OEM harness back in here, and then just feed it in and then pop it back into place. And that's it for the trunk LED. Next, we're going to work on the front dome LEDs. To take it out, you're just going to have to take this plastic cover out. And this is where the pry tool comes in handy. So you're just going to find a corner closest to the windshield, and then you're going to pry it in. And then once you pry it in, you're going to wait till it pops out. Only one corner is going to pop out. So then you're going to have to work your way around until the whole assembly comes out. Once this light cover comes out, you're gonna take out the old ones and then put the new ones in. Now, before you put the cover back on though, sometimes the way these LEDs are set up, I don't know if these are set up the same way. Will only work one direction the way you put it in. So if you put it in one way, it doesn't work. Just take it out and then rotate the bulb 180 degrees and then put it back in, turn it on, ensure that it works, and if it works, you're good. Okay, so there you go. As you saw, I was struggling at first a little bit to get the actual bulb in there. It can be a little tricky. Just take your time with it, no rush. But as you saw, as I put each one in, it'll just be my luck that it didn't work. So all I did, I just took it out, like I said, rotated 180 degrees, put it back in, and then we were all good. But again, this is all you're gonna have to do for the front two dome lights. Okay, next is gonna be the rear dome lights. There's gonna be 3 in here, 2 on this side, and then 1 right here in the center. You have to pry this lens cover, whatever you would like to call it, the same way out. This one's going to be a little bit more snug though. So if I recall, the last time I did this was quite some time ago. As I start prying it out, I think the whole assembly is just going to pop out. It's not like the front one where you're going to have to work around it. Just put it in and it should pop out. If it doesn't, then just work your way around until the whole light cover does come out. Once the light cover comes out, the same procedure as in the front. You're going to take it out, take the old ones out, place those to the side, take the new ones, put them in. If they do work, good. If they don't work, pull it back out, rotate it 180 degrees, put it back in. Once you got them all in there, before you put the actual light cover back on there, just ensure that they work. If they work, you're good. And then that's pretty much it to that. Okay, so there you go. You might have seen me struggle a little bit because they those old ones were in there pretty nice and snug. So what I did was I got some needle nose pliers and got a rag and then slowly just pulled it out. I know this one was gonna give me more a harder time, so that's why I used the rag to ensure that I don't break any of these because I do want to reuse these. And then the other one I was able to go around the outer rim and just slightly and slowly pull it out. So again, you may run into that problem. I know that was not one of the tools that I said that is required, but again, you never know. So but yeah, there you go. Just install them all. You saw them on, just to show you one more time. And there you go. And yes, they are a lot brighter than the stage one. So okay, so there we go. Just showed you what tools are required. I know there was a point where I had to use needle nose pliers. That was just due to the fact that they were so tightly wedged in there that even my fingernails couldn't catch. So if you do use it, I don't highly recommend it, but again, just be very cautious with it. I did want to pull them out and reuse them at some point, just in case one of these goes out, that I just have one just for the meantime until I order some new ones. But again, showed you what tools are required. I showed you what came in the packaging, and then last but not least, I showed you from start to finish how to properly replace your dome lights and your trunk light inside a Mark 6 Golf. Now, if you liked the video, do me a favor, hit that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, because about every couple of weeks I should be posting a new video. On that, YouTube, that's it. Until next time, take it easy.